My relationship of 7 years recently ended, and I made a few videos about it. The point of those videos was not to talk bad or good about myself, her, or the relationship, but more so to show that there was three things that I took out of this relationship that could be very useful for people. You might agree, you might not agree. Number one, if you take 100% of accountability for yourself, you'll be a lot happier. I did all of that. It was my fault. I made mistakes. Could have been better. Wasn't husband enough material for her. Fair enough. Makes sense. Nothing I could do about that. And I had tried my best to make it work, but it didn't work. Maybe I didn't try my best, but it is what it is. Number two, women don't want a man who is growing. Well, I wouldn't say woman. I would say some women don't want a man who is growing. They want a man who's already made it. Six figure, has his life in order, nice, takes care of his family, will take care of her family, a provider, all that fun stuff. But it kind of is weird because what happens to the traditional wedding vows of sickness and health, richer and poorer? I feel like nowadays, if a man essentially loses his income, even if he tries hard to replace that income, a woman is more often going to leave him because he can no longer provide, which ties into women being more masculine in the sense that they're competing with men, they need to be a breadwinner, and they don't want to have to deal with the issues that a man goes with because now that they have to work hard to get their bread, why the heck do they need a man? As a man, I think if you're in love, react more childlike. Women nowadays don't like to do that. I personally believe that if a woman is truly in love with a man, they act more mother-like. So women, more mother-like, man in love, more childlike, which leads me to point number three. Pretty sure feminism has done more harm for the matriarchy. However, men started it. Let me explain. So feminism, I think, is great for the single maiden. Not the married woman, though. You want to be independent, have your own career, that is fine. But what happens when to the wife and the mother, right? So if the man is working hard providing for the family and the woman's working hard providing for the family and both don't want to do any of the household chores, cook dinner, do laundry, all that fun stuff, if they ever have a daughter, who the heck is going to teach the daughter those values? Don't get me wrong, I believe in some gender roles are good and some gender roles are bad, but what's going to happen then? Is the man going to teach the daughter how to be a wife? Is the wife going to teach the daughter how to be a wife? But the wife doesn't really want to be a wife traditionally in the sense of doing household chores and raising a family. So does that mean the man has to do that? Don't get me wrong. Both can work, but how does this going to work in the future? Like, how are we supposed to, quote unquote, raise the next generation if no one wants to, quote unquote, do the female duties?